we're going to go through the Cardinals schedule, and realistically, we know ourselves on the show. We're not getting through all 17 games right here, Wolf. So here's the goal, okay?
Yeah.
We're going to try to get to the bye week. You, me, Jamal, and Rick are going to make our picks.
All right.
Is somebody writing these down? Do we want somebody to write them down?
I mean, I wrote mine down. I can write everyone's down if you want me to.
Let's see how this goes.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Let's see
if we're right or not
this
first.
goes right now.
All right. Who's starting? I'll start.
Okay.
No, Wolf will start. Wolf's already done it before. He already has his list together. I'm flying by the seat of my pants.
Okay,
right,
that's
starting
great, Mason Orleans. I will start.
in New Orleans, week 1, September 7th, Cardinals at the Saints.
Okay,
Wolf.
that's week 1 right now. The New Orleans Saints, you can still hear the screaming of the lambs. They're just going to get pummeled. I honestly think the Arizona Cardinals are going to run the ball 70 times. Okay, I'm exaggerating, firing for effect here. I say the Cardinals win that game. So I'm putting that down as a big W.
Okay. Now, you just wrote the letter W on a piece of paper, but with no context around it.
Yes.
I'll write everybody's down. I got it right here.
Oh,
okay?
you got it. Okay,
All
great.
right. I'm also going to go win. That needs to be a win. That's a team that doesn't have their quarterback set up yet. You got to win that game. And it'd be the Cardinals' first win in the opener since 2021.
Need to win.
Right out of the game. Also a should win at the same time. All right, Rick?
All right. I am going to go with the Cardinals in that one. I do not trust the quarterback situation in New Orleans. My apologies to local kids, Tyler Shuck and Spencer Rattler. But yeah, Cardinals in that one.
Okay. All right, Jamal?
Yeah, I'm going to go win too.
Oh, the sweep.
Okay, there we go.
Great. Here we go. We're all predicting a win in week 1.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, Carolina. Home against the Carolina Panthers.
Okay, home against the Carolina Panthers.
1-7 in their last 8 against Carolina.
Retribution draweth nigh. Does it not, brothers? I think this is the grudge game of the season.
Carolina Panthers with sharp teeth and claws. We crowd win this game. We call perfect ball.
Okay, knock it off. They hammer the Carolina Panthers.
Just for that song alone.
As well, yes. Week 2 at home. I'm going to say that's a win.
They better, man. Yeah, I have a win that, like I said, if I were a player on this team, I would have that game circled maybe above any other. This is ridiculous.
Grudge.
The Carolina keeps messing up our season. All right, Rick.
I'm going to go with the Cardinals just because they're home this year. If it was on the road, then I would take the Panthers.
I think early. Wow, really? Well, I mean, I can't fault somebody for even considering taking the Panthers because they keep beating the Cardinals. Jamal?
I'm going to say they win, and I'm kind of with Rick. If they're on the road, I probably would have taken the Panthers, but yeah, since they're at home, and if they don't beat them by at least 45 points, I'm finding a new team.
I'm going to be disappointed.
45, Jamal?
Oh no, okay.
Oh, you were firing for effect right there yourself.
That's like running the ball 70 times in week 1. Yeah. I was going to say I'll be disappointed if they can't beat Carolina. Really, if they don't start 2-0, looking at the schedule, but I'm not expecting a 45-point win.
Yes.
All right, week 3. Sunday, September 21st at San Francisco.
Okay,
Wolves.
listen, early in the season right now, still finding themselves offensively, defensively against the 49ers, and I think the 49ers are going to have a bounce-back season. I think they're going to win more than 6 games. I think the 49ers beat the Arizona Cardinals in week 3 at home.
It's in San Francisco, or are you worried somebody might get stiff because of the wind?
Well, no, I'm not. Kidding. Right. Stop it, Rick. Stop it.
I didn't realize Jamal's mic was on.
Yes.
I'm gonna go. I also will go loss. I'm not gonna sit here and pick 17 wins for the Cardinals. Road game, San Francisco's tough. I think you're looking to split with the Niners this year. And early in the season, Christian McCaffrey's probably still playing too. So yeah, I'll go loss with San Francisco. Rick?
Yeah, you guys said it perfectly. I'm gonna go with the loss.
Okay. Jamal?
Wow. I'm also going to go with the loss.
Wow.
Okay,
We could have just done this as a show. This is
All right. What about week 4, though?
all right. Week 4, short week. Got to point this out. They play San Francisco in San Francisco Sunday, turn around and host Seattle on Thursday. So typically better to be the home team on a Thursday night.
Yes.
But it is a short week against the Seahawks. Wolf, what do you got?
Yes, man, this was tough right here.
This is a tough
Especially coming off the 49ers, the road game, second road game. But the 49ers and the first division game coming off of that, and now you're playing the Seahawks on 4 days rest. I'm going to go W right there, though, because they're home. I'm going to go with a W. I think they split with Seattle.
I never know how to pick the Seahawks games, honestly. I truly don't. Seattle will be coming off a home game against New Orleans 4 days earlier. The Cardinals will be coming off a road game against San Francisco 4 days earlier. I think that actually favors Seattle. But give me the Cardinals. I think if you're going to do it right this year, you got to beat these teams that messed up your season last year, and that's specifically Carolina and Seattle. Rick?
I first off want to say that I think it's so dumb that the NFL schedules short week division games after another division game. And I think that's ridiculous, but I think the Cardinals will come home and they'll win this one.
Okay.
Rick, don't tell me about the storm. Just bring the ship in.
Jamal?
Well, the last time the Cardinals played on Thursday night, there was an iconic photo made, and it was at home, and they won by almost 45. It was like 30-something.
Wow.
I'm gonna say they win. I'm gonna say the Cardinals win.
All right, so we've all picked exactly the same, and we've almost gone through the entire segment. We got through 4 games.
Okay, good.
All right, so then a longer week. They host Tennessee in week 5.
Okay, week 5, that's a W right there. It better be a W. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Cam Ward is going to be their quarterback, and I believe that the Arizona Cardinals can win that game at home.
That I'm exactly the same. They better win that game.
That's
I'm not
a
going to
4-1 start.
I'm not
right
going to
now.
say it's a given though, just because he's a rookie quarterback. Because by then he'll have played a month, and he could be really good. This could be like a Jaden Daniels type situation. I don't think he's quite that good, but I'm going to go win, because if you're going to be a playoff team, these are the games you need to win. Rick?
I'm gonna go win as well. Rookie quarterback. I don't think Tennessee is going to be very good.
Okay. Jamal?
Yeah, like you guys, this is a must win. You got to beat the lowly Tennessee Titans.
We have all picked the games exactly the same. Let's do one more. Let's do at Indianapolis in week 6. Wolf?
Okay, you know what? This is a win as well right here. At Indianapolis, 8-9 team, a team that is going to be improving, but I'm going to say that's a win.
Yeah, I got a win as well, which means I have the Cardinals at 5-1, which I was not expecting, which means the second half of the season is going to be interesting again. Rick?
I have a win as well. I don't think the Colts are very good.
Okay. Jamal?
Yeah, Colts, another team with some quarterback controversy. I think they're going to go into Indy and disappoint Pat McAfee.
All right. Last game before the bye week is home against Green Bay on October 19th. Wolf?
Yeah, you know what? I think that could be a loss right there. I think that could be a loss. A 5-1 start, an excellent start by the Arizona Cardinals, but the Packers are a good team. Not a great team, but a good team.
Yeah, I got to go loss. I can't have them 6-1 going into the bye week. That feels like that's too optimistic. Green Bay, I agree. Really good team, not a great team. I could see this flip and the Cardinals beat Green Bay but lose to Seattle on that Thursday night game. But I do think 5-2 going into the bye week is very realistic. Rick?
That's a loss for me.
Okay. Jamal?
I also have it as a loss.
Wow. This is unbelievable. We've all picked exactly the same in every
Everyone's
game.
5-2.
I think,
Wow.
Not just 5-2. We've all picked the games exactly the same.
I think the first 7 weeks of the season, it's the easiest to make a guess. I think it is.
Yeah. And it does put a lot of pressure on the start of the season.
That's right.
You better at least go 4-3. All right, we all have the Cardinals at 5-2 right now through the first 7 games into the bye week. So let's go through and let's do the rest of these right now. It's going to be Wolf, me, and Command and Control going through these. So start week 9, November 3rd, coming out of the bye week, Monday Night Football in Dallas. Wolf, what do you got?
Yeah. Oh, man, that was really, really tough right there, Basilonians, because I was looking at it and I was thinking to myself, that is going to be a hard game to win. I know you say, well, you're coming out of the bye. Are you kidding me? Yeah, you're coming out of the bye, all right, but then you're watching an entire week pass away and you're playing on Monday. You're playing on Monday night. Week 9 at the Cowboys, Monday Night Football, lots of distractions. I actually marked that down as a loss.
Man, I'm going back and forth on this one. I think they get it done. I think Kyler finds a way against Dallas for whatever reason. He does tend to play them well, but you nearly convinced me right there, honestly, because, and this also partially, maybe I shouldn't have this thought in my head. I don't know that I see the Cardinals being a 6-2 team, and I have them there right now.
Yeah, 5-2, and yeah.
So I'm gonna take a win over Dallas, though. Yeah, I'm not gonna talk myself out of it because I just want them to beat Dallas. Rick?
Yeah, Kyler plays really well against the Cowboys, so I'm going to go with the Cardinals.
Okay.
Jamal?
Yeah, I think they're going to run all over the Cowboys after that bye week.
Ooh.
Right.
Like literally, like James Conner running.
Yeah.
Not like, I think it's going to be a close game.
Okay.
I like that, though. I hope that does happen.
This is the first Wolf's like,
Flat
that's
boots.
pretty good.
Yeah, scrape it up.
All right, week 10 is the second matchup with the Seahawks in Seattle. Short week.
Okay, for me, once again, I marked that down as a loss. They split with the Seattle Seahawks. At home, they win. On the road, they'll lose. Again, this is just a guess based on onions, but also coming out of the bye, they have not done well for the most part coming out of the bye in terms of keeping their focus, not only in the first game, but games after that right now. I will say the Seahawks win that game.
What I like about this exercise is it does kind of give you a sense of where the swing games could potentially be this season. I have them losing to Seattle. It's a short week for the Cardinals. That's twice they play Seattle this season where, one, they're coming off a game against the 49ers on a short week, although Seattle has a short week that week too. And then the second time, Seattle does not have a short week. The Cardinals do, and they're going to Seattle. We've all seen enough of these Cardinals-Seahawks games that it's really tough to pick a season sweep for the Cardinals.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'll take a loss there against Seattle. Rick?
Short week, 12th man, that's a loss.
Okay. Jamal?
Yeah, same. I think they're going to lose.
Okay. San Francisco in week 11, November 16th at home. Second meeting with the 49ers, Wolf.
Yeah, you know what? I've got them splitting with the 49ers as well. I think this is a win at home against the 49ers, and they right the ship.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah. I mean, I have them with a much better record than I was anticipating right now, but I have them beating San Francisco, Rick.
Yeah, I also have them beating San Francisco.
Okay. Jamal?
Yeah, same here. I think they split.
Rick, Jamal, and I have the exact same results
There
up
you
to
go.
this point, which
Okay.
means you can almost just assume the exact opposite will happen. All right. Then Jacksonville in week 11.
Week
12, actually.
Week 12, as a matter of fact. They're hosting the Jacksonville Jaguars, the 4-13 Jacksonville Jaguars. That's a win for the Arizona Cardinals.
Okay. I can't pick a loss against Jacksonville for almost.
And again, that's not a prediction. That's a guess.
That's a guarantee from Wolf. All right, Rick.
So there are these games in the NFL where football happens and, every team has NFL players, and we saw it with the Panthers game last year. This is going to be that game for the Cardinals. I think Travis Hunter has a big game in this one. If he's able to stay healthy the whole season, and I have the Cardinals losing that one.
Okay. This is the Travis Hunter game, Jamal.
Yeah, I think the Cardinals win. I think they win.
All right.
Week 13.
Week 13 in Tampa Bay against the Buccaneers, November 30th, right after Thanksgiving, Wolf.
Yeah, you know what? The Arizona Cardinals, by my estimation right now, have won 2 games. They've won 2 games in a row, make it 3 games in a row.
All right. So
That's right, because of their ability to develop as a defense. Getting into week 13 of the season and that pass rush starting to solidify a little bit gets to Baker Mayfield.
So you have them at 8-4 right now. I have them at 8-3. I'm going to go kind of with Rick's logic. This is one of those games. Tampa's a good team, so it's not like it would be a huge upset, but I'm going to go loss here for the Cardinals.
Okay.
So that drops them to 8-4 for me. Rick?
Yeah, I'm going to go loss here just because Tampa's good. I'm really high on Tampa most years. I just like their core. Love Mike Evans. I think he's future Hall of Famer, one of the best receivers in the league. So I'm going to go with a loss there.
All right, Jamal?
Yeah, I think Baker gets one over on Kyler. I think the Buccaneers beat the Cardinals.
So we all have them at 8-4 right now.
Okay, interesting.
I am going to
Different
keep
ways, but
this sheet because usually for me when I go through these, like if I do it off the air, I usually kind of go through like 3 or 4 game segments. I'm like, they're going to go 2-1 in there. They're going to go 1-2. I'm not sure how good I do with the actual games, but I can usually put them on a decent range as far as wins. All right. First meeting with the Rams is December 7th at home, week 14, Wolf.
yeah, you know what? I've got the Arizona Cardinals improving the entire season, getting better, and I'm going to give them a W right there over the Rams at home. I think they split the entire division all the way down. Rams, of course, Seahawks. I think their 49ers are going to split. So I've got them winning that game.
They split with the Rams last year and actually almost swept the Rams. I'm going to go loss here. I'm going to go home loss to the Rams. Cardinals drop to 8-5. Rick?
Okay.
I'm going to go win here as well. I think they're going to win the home division games and lose the road division game.
Okay, so you have them at 8-5 too. Jamal?
I'm going to go loss. I think the Cardinals lose their first game to the Rams at home.
Okay. All right, at Houston next week, week 15, December 14th in Houston.
Yeah, for me, that's a loss.
Yeah, okay. I also have them losing, which is now a 3-game losing streak in the second half of the season. So at that point, I'll be freaking out on the air. But yeah, I have them losing to Houston.
That'll be a loss for me too. I think Stroud's going to have a bounce back here.
Okay, Jamal?
I think the Cardinals going to win.
Oh.
I think the pass rush is going to get to the Texans, and I don't know if the Texans did enough with that offensive line.
All right, so we've got Wolf and Jamal both have them at 9-5. Rick and I both have them at 8-6. Right
okay,
now.
there we go.
And I see. I don't like how this is playing out, but as far as the accuracy, I have them with a second half slump here that they have to break out of. All right, Atlanta at home, final home game of the regular season, December 21st.
Yeah,
Wolf.
the Arizona Cardinals, I think, run the Atlanta Falcons into the ground, literally. In that game, I think they win that game.
Yeah, I have that as a win for the Cardinals, too. Snaps the 3-game losing streak for me, and they beat Atlanta. Rick?
Don't love Michael Penix Jr. That's a win.
Okay. Jamal?
Yeah, I'm along with Rick. I'm not the biggest Michael Penix Jr. fan, but I think the Cardinals are going to win that game.
Okay. This is kind of a weird game to have late in the season. Week 17 in Cincinnati.
Yeah. What is my record at right now?
You have them at 10-5. So does Jamal. Rick and I both have them at 9-6.
Okay.
So we all already have them with more wins than they had last year.
Yes. Week 17 at the Cincinnati Bengals.
I'm guessing the Bengals probably need this because they always start slow.
That's going to be tough, too. That's going to be really, really hard. So I have that as a loss.
Okay, so you dropped 10-6. I also have it as a loss. So I'll go 9-7. All right, Rick?
Potential Trey Hendrickson revenge game?
Possibly. Is it more likely he's playing for the Cardinals or the Bengals in that game? I don't think he's playing for the Bengals.
All right. Well, I'm going to go loss because I love Joe Burrow.
Okay. And Jamal?
Again, I think the pass rush for the Cardinals gets there. I think they go to Cincinnati and sack Joe Burrow 4 or 5 times.
Of my thumb,
right.
Jamal.
Jamal now has him at 11-5.
Okay, week 18.
Okay, so week 18 at the LA Rams.
At the LA Rams.
Wolf, you have him at 10-6 right now. So this, in theory, could still, like, the division could be on the line.
Well,
and
this is why it's 10-7. I think, again, if I'm just guessing as to what is going to happen right there, the Rams, of course, this is a team that might actually be for the division.
Yeah.
That game could be for the division. Who wins it? So I'm going to say the Rams.
They've had a hard time getting over on the Rams in like the last decade, and especially in meaningful games, even if it's John Wofford at the end of the year. I have the Cardinals at this point, Wolf, at 9-7, but they've lost 4 of their last 5 going into the finale. I think they finally put an end to this and actually beat the Rams. They stumble down the stretch, but they win in week 18 to go 10-7 and sneak in.
Okay, so I have them at 10-7.
Yeah.
You have them at 10-7.
But I have them at 10-7 collapsing in the second half again, then pulling it together right at the end.
Okay.
All right. Rick?
Yeah, my collapse for the second half is going to continue here, and they're going to lose on the road to Los Angeles. However, 9-8. They might still get into the playoffs that way.
Rick has him at 9-8. Wolf and I both have him at 10-7. Jamal?
Yeah, SoFi not only haunts my dreams, but I think the Arizona Cardinals as well. I think they go into SoFi and lose.
All right. Well, Jamal still has him at 11-6, so he can throw a few losses out of if he wants. All right. So Jamal 11-6.
All right.
Wolf and I both 10-7, and Rick goes 9-8. So we all have them with a winning record this year.
I was overly optimistic last year, so I feel like I'm being less optimistic this year, hoping that I'm wrong.
That's fair. It's interesting how the schedule just worked out, at least for mine, the way it worked out with the schedule, where they start strong and they have a hard time in the second half again. But like I said, I think they do still pull it together and get in. Because the schedule's tougher in the second half this year.
10-7 could win the division.
Yeah, 10-7 should at least get you in the playoffs. I would hope.
Thanks for watching Wolf and Luke. Tap to see more and click the button in the middle to subscribe to Arizona Sports.